to study the inferior mediastinum. In inferior mediastinum, we have three mediastinum: anterior, middle, and posterior mediastinum. So first we will see the boundary of the inferior mediastinum. It superior boundary extend from the sternal angle. Here is the sternal angle up to the lower border of the fourth thoracic vertebrae, and the inferior boundary is up to the diaphragm. And on the sides we have the pleura, the parietal pleura the mediastinal pleura on both the sides, right? And posteriorly we have the lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. Superior mediastinum was against the upper 4 thoracic vertebrae. Inferior mediastinum is against the lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. Now coming to the anterior mediastinum. All the three mediastinum, superior and inferior boundary, will remain the same. It is a sternal plane which passed from the sternal angle up to the lower border of the fourth thoracic vertebrae, and lower boundary is the diaphragm, right? So then coming to the anterior boundary of the anterior mediastinum. This is the anterior boundary which is formed by the body of the sternum, and posterior boundary is formed by the middle mediastinum. This heart will be covered in the pericardium, which will be forming the posterior boundary of the anterior mediastinum. This anterior mediastinum is a very narrow space between the sternum and the pericardium. And let's see the content. The sternum is attached to the pericardium through two very strong sternopericardial ligaments, superior and inferior, right? Then we have many of loose areolar tissue and mediastinal branches of the internal thoracic artery. Now coming to the middle mediastinum. Again the superior and inferior boundary will remain the same, and on both the side we will have the mediastinal pleura, and posteriorly we will have the posterior mediastinum, right? Now coming to the content of the middle mediastinum, in which we have pericardium enclosing the heart. Heart will be the main content of the middle mediastinum, which is enclosed in the pericardium. Apart from that, we have the great vessels. This is the pulmonary trunk, this is the ascending aorta, and this arch of aorta, you remember, which was included in the superior mediastinum. And soon we will see this descending aorta will be included in the posterior mediastinum. So ascending aorta in the middle mediastinum, arch of aorta in the superior mediastinum, descending thoracic aorta in the posterior mediastinum. Then here you can see this is the superior vena cava. This superior vena cava. This is also included in the middle mediastinum. Also here you can see the trachea. You can appreciate the C-shaped tracheal rings. C-shaped tracheal rings. This is the trachea, C-shape, and here you know that smooth muscle, trachealis muscle, where the two ends of the C are connected with the help of this trachealis muscle. And the two principal bronchi are also included in the middle mediastinum. Okay, then this was all the content of the middle mediastinum. Now coming to the posterior mediastinum. So posterior mediastinum, again the superior, inferior and lateral boundaries are the same. The posterior boundaries are the same. The anteriorly superior boundary we know, inferior boundary we know. Anteriorly we have the anterior middle mediastinum and the two bifurcating the trachea and the two bifurcating right and left principal bronchus. And posteriorly we have the vertebrae. Now coming to the content. To see the content, we will move from the left side to the right side. I told you that descending thoracic aorta will be the content of the posterior mediastinum. This is the descending thoracic aorta. Now when we displace this descending thoracic aorta and the esophagus, we will see this is the first content is descending thoracic aorta. Then we will see this, you can appreciate this whitish structure. You can also appreciate the beaded appearance. This is the thoracic duct, and apart from that we are moving from left side to right side, the descending thoracic aorta, the thoracic duct, and this one is the azygous vein. So how I knew that this is all these structures are actually the thoracic duct and aorta? We know that aorta enters through the diaphragm and through the aortic opening, and apart from that through aorta we also know that thoracic duct and azygous vein enter. So I have passed my forceps along the aorta, and you can see these structures are also entering into the thorax through the aortic opening. This is the aortic opening through which my forceps is currently located. So we have the aorta, the thoracic duct in which you can see the beaded appearance, the azygous vein, then the esophagus. This one is the esophagus, right? And then you can also appreciate the sympathetic chain. This is the sympathetic chain. Here till here it is intact, and you can see the ganglions also, right? This is the sympathetic chain. Likewise we can see on the opposite side also the sympathetic chain, right? I would like to show you one more azygous vein which is more clear. This is the azygous vein, right?